have a few starts that I'm going to plant. This is an indeterminate tomato. And for those who don't know the difference between determinate and indeterminate tomatoes, it's real easy. Just remember this: indeterminate means it's not going to stop growing until your frost comes, okay? Determinate, it's going to fruit all at once and you're done, all right? That's the simple version. I'm not going to get into the scientific reasons why, because we really don't need to know that. We just need to know, are we going to get fruit all year or not, okay? And this is an indeterminate. It is a cherry tomato. That's only tomatoes I'm growing because that's what I like. They're good for snacking. They're good for salads. But I wanted to show you all how I'm going to transplant this start and what I'm going to plant with it to ward off the bugs. First of all, and it's pretty dry. I'm not going to take it completely out of here, but I want you all to see all of these leaves down here at the bottom. All of them are coming off. All of them, okay? I'm just pinching them off. See that? Now, I could stick these in water or dirt and they'll grow too. So if you want a bunch more tomatoes, then you need to do that. But I'm only growing for 1 or 2 and I have 2 complete starts. So I'm not keeping mine. I did that last year and I had tomatoes coming out of everywhere, okay? And I gave it away. I gave it away. So this year I'm going to plant what I think I'm going to eat. But I am taking all of that off of the bottom here. All of these, all the way up here to the very top. I'm going to leave this. This is all I'm going to leave. I'm going to even take this nice little big one off right here. It's coming off too. So why am I taking all the leaves off? You say, well, you bought it with the leaves on it. Because tomatoes are a little bit different, okay? And it looks like these two are actually separate plants. See that? See that? Now I may plant one more just in case, just to make sure. So I'm not going to take those out just yet. And I really could take this one off, but I'm going to leave that one on. I'm going to call this fuzzy stuff, okay? So all my scientific people out there can tell me in the chat what it's called, but for me, it's fuzzy stuff, okay? If you can see, look up the stem. See that white stuff that's coming up there? See that? That right there will produce roots. So you want to bury your plant, not where it comes at in your start. Or if you start them yourself, not where it comes to the bottom of your plant. You want to go all the way up the stem as far as possible, because that's going to give your plant a good root system. So let's go on over so I can get this out the pot and I can show you exactly how I'm going to plant it. And then I'll show you what I'm going to plant with it to keep down my bugs. Okay? This is the pot, and I already have lettuce in here. As these tomatoes grow, it is going to shield the tomatoes. And today I am actually using my Vego garden set. This is a wonderful set. It's got great wooden handles. It's rust proof and I love it. I will put a link in the description if you need a good set. I also like it has a little leather straps where you can hang it as well. So these are my favorite ones, and I am getting ready to use those today. Okay, so the first thing I need to do is get it out of here. Just push it out. And as you can see, plenty of roots. Okay, so that means it's time, y'all. All right, so I am doing this because I want to separate these last 2 down here from the actual plant. So the first thing I'm going to do is dig me a hole. And no, I have amended my soil previously, about a month ago, so I don't need to add any more amendments to it. Okay? If you have not amended your soil, you might need to add amendments according to whatever plant you may be planting. All right? So, let's see here. I do want to take this one off. I'm just going to go ahead and break this one off here. As you see, I broke it off with some roots. And I may plant it. I'll wait and see if I have any more room out here to plant those, okay? So we need to get this down in here as far as possible. And we're gonna push it up here. We want to make sure this soil goes all the way up, pressing it down. Make sure it's firmed in. Down. All I want here is the top little stem. I am going to put a couple of basils and marigolds. Okay? Those are my protectors. That basil, the scent, is going to hide the scent of the tomatoes. Okay, so I'm going to put a basil here, and I'm going to put a basil here, right on both sides. This is my basil, and I am going to separate this because I have a whole nother tomato plant that I am going to put in another pot. So I have 4 pieces in here. I'm going to separate each one of these pieces. And you can do this with water if you want. I tend to just kind of do it as gently as possible, making sure I have roots on all 4 pieces. I can feel it a little bit easier, a little bit better, and I can be a little bit more gentler. I have 4 pieces here, and that was the object. Now, I bought this start with 4, knowing I wanted 2 in each one of my pots. Okay, I'm going to put this half back in this pot right there for now. And we're going to separate these 2, making sure we have roots on both ends. All right. Okay, so this one is going to go over here. Shing it down. And this one is going to go over here. Just like that. I have marigolds. I'm going to just sprinkle some right around in here. These will be nice. They'll hang over the pot a little bit. And this is going to protect my tomatoes. And just gently cover them. Now, the last thing I'm going to do in this pot before watering, and when I'm done with everything, I'm going to water them with some 511. Water all my plants with 511 once I'm done. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put my cage up now. All right, because I don't want to have to do it once my plants take root. Right now, they're small. All right. So you put one there. And angle it. One over there. And you want to kind of pull them out as wide as you can, because that helps them have a little bit more stability. And push it down. There we go. Because my tomatoes are going to need something to hang on. Now these can get quite tall too, so I may need to add another one on top. So this is the finished one for this one. I have my tomato cage. I have marigolds right here. My basil on each side, tomato right smack in the middle, and some lettuce back there. Okay, so I am done with my first tomato plant. I am getting ready to do my second one. And then we will have tomatoes done. I will decide if I want to use those little extra seedlings. I might use one of them just to hedge my bet to make sure I have enough tomatoes, okay? If you are new, take a second and subscribe to the channel, and welcome, welcome, welcome. If you are returning, thank you so much for coming back and hanging out with me today here in my garden. It's a beautiful day today. I'm Pam. This is Zone 8A, and anywhere you can sit a pot, you can grow a plant.